Okay, continuing the JLA versus the Avengers, I decided to pick kind of a different fight. Wonder Woman and Thor. Predominantly because I think that the Norse god of thunder and the most skilled and probably one of the most dangerous physical combatants from the Amazonian heritage, would probably make for a very, very good fight. And as always, it is the basic 9 criteria: intelligence, findability, speed, strength, durability, invulnerability, energy projection, versatility, and XFactor. The highest amount is the person who would more than likely win. So our first one, intelligence. I don't want to say anything bad about, the Norse god's schooling methodology, but Thor normally, in the Thor guys, doesn't come off as being someone who is severely overly articulate. Yes, I'm well aware that one of his alter egos was a doctor. And that he has had a really, really long time to gather incredible sums of information. However, he's normally not shown as being somebody who's the smartest person. He also occasionally gets into fits of warrior madness, which kind of turn him into almost like the Hulk, just blonde. On the other side, Wonder Woman has been, a UN ambassador. She's very skilled when it comes to philosophy. She undeniably has a fantastic control over her temper and a fantastic logic base. So from the intelligence standpoint, sorry, it's gotta go to Wonder Woman. Fighting ability. Thor is a tremendous physical combatant. Wonder Woman had to defeat everybody else on the island to become Wonder Woman and the ambassador between Themyscira and the rest of the world. That's... I'll be really honest. I mean, Thor is probably one of the best fighters when it comes to all of Asgard. But I've never heard anywhere of Thor defeating every other Asgardian in regular physical combat, like Wonder Woman has. So again, fighting ability, I'm going to give the edge to Wonder Woman, a slight edge. Speed. I know Thor has certain amounts of super speed, however, he does not seem to have the same level of speed we've seen in the DC universe. So the speed advantage, Wonder Woman. Now we're on to strength. Wonder Woman is probably one of the strongest women in the DC universe. In some cases, she rivals Superman in some cases. Thor directly rivals Superman in strength. So I'll give Thor the strength advantage. The durability advantage. One of the weird things about Wonder Woman is she's very weak to electricity. Thor really doesn't have any weaknesses. Thor has better invulnerability. Durability. How well do you recover from damage? Again, this kind of goes to Thor. Thor has a god-level healing ability, which actually does surpass Wonder Woman's. Wonder Woman has fantastic stamina. But, as we've seen from Grant Morrison's run on the JLA, as well as JLA Doom, she could eventually fight herself to a heart attack. I've never heard of Thor fighting to a near heart attack before. So I will give Thor a higher durability. Energy projection. As bizarre as this is going to sound, you've got somebody who entirely has a hammer that allows him to control magic and shoot lightning. I'll actually give the raw energy output to Thor. Versatility. While Thor is fantastic when it comes to a straight-up physical sense, and he has a level of mastery over magic directly tied to Mjolnir, Wonder Woman kind of brings more toys to the table. Do not look at that as a horrible way of saying things, but between the bracelets, the lasso of truth, the invisible plane that she almost never really uses, a whole bevy of swords and whatnot, she actually has a lot more tools at her disposal. Now it comes down to that all-important X-Factor. The X-Factor person in this one is Mjolnir. Thor can wield it, Wonder Woman can wield it. If Wonder Woman get that hammer away from Thor, Thor's going to lose a measure of power, Wonder Woman can use that and easily surpass Thor. At the same time, if she were to get that hammer, she probably wouldn't use it. So for me, Thor would kind of go, and it would fly back to him. So if one of them gets Mjolnir away from Thor and decides to actually use it against him, she stands a good chance of winning. However, she probably would not end up using Mjolnir against Thor. It would depend on the situation. If these were just fighting to see who was better, potentially. If they were fighting to save their universes, then yeah, I could see Wonder Woman grabbing Mjolnir from Thor and using a full blast Odin force and just blowing a hole through him. However, that's something it's a stretch for her to use. So Thor versus Wonder Woman, I actually give the fight, I probably say 55 out of 100 times it's going to go to Thor. 45 times out of that 100, it's probably going to go to Wonder Woman.